the Secretary General of Public Services International.
Thank you very much, Greg. Thank you, Emilia, for inviting us to this very interesting and timing town hall. I appreciated this idea of brainstorming all together in order to find a way out from the crisis we are in. But in this brainstorming, I think that we need to have a vision for the future, but keep in mind what brought us here and the past experience we had. And so I would start by saying that it's, I think we all know that care is mainly or mostly a female task. It has been on the shoulder of women for forever, since humanity appeared on the planet. But if we want to think to a new caring system, we need to de-womanize care. We need, if we want to address the issue of gender equality, we need to start thinking that care is not an exclusive task for women, an exclusive duty for women. This entails so many things. First of all, that we need to open, the schools that are training, that are preparing caring people to men. That is not always the case. That we need to start considering that caring is a shared obligation that we have as between gender and between the family and the society. How important care is for our future is, I think we need to start thinking that care is an important factor of the economy, but not in the sense it has been intended in the past, with, from one hand, giving voucher to family and to women to take care of the needs of the family, of elders, of children, and renouncing to their jobs instead of their jobs. And on the other hand, with the financialization of the care services, that has been a trend ongoing, particularly in long-term elder care services, but not only in that. Disabled services for disabled people and these areas. We need to start considering that care is an important factor of the economy, and we need to do that by counting how much care brings to the GDP of a community, to the GDP of a country, to give the signal that this is a common economic factor, is not just about how it costs and how it can be saved by a family to provide directly the care system. Other things that I think it's important to consider is that we need to include, to have an idea of care, including all what can be delivered to care of our community. And just to briefly try to give you an idea, yes, we have childcare, yes, we have elderly and disability care, but there is domiciliary care, domestic help, transport, leisure services, health, nursing provided in structure, but also domiciliary health and nursing care adult care, social services that can provide guidance to parents, for youth, addressing the issue of education, rehabilitation, addressing the issue of addictions, addressing the issue of shelter for victims of domestic violence or abuse, or rehabilitation of prisoners. There is public housing, and there is also employment services, which can be considered part of the caring, if we want to say that our community are taking care also of those who are losing their job, who are looking for a job, and we want to create a future for our youth, And there's, of course, also all the part that refer to the environment. Are waste collectors part of the caring system? We saw during the pandemic how important they are. Are those who are recycling waste part of this caring system? Yes, they are. Those who are taking care of our environment, water, air, yes, they are. But if these are the areas where we need to identify the new commons for the future, well, we need to say that's not possible to list water in the New York Stock Exchange as a commodity that can be traded at all levels. How those services can be delivered? I think that, yes, community can do a lot. There can be space, there can be room for alliances of civil society, of citizens, of organization with local government to deliver. But I think there's a responsibility of governments at national level and at local level to deliver public services that are caring, social care public services. I think we need to address the issue that care is a human right. We need to claim for that. And there should be a shared responsibility. The service can be provided in different ways, but a major responsibility is the one of government to deliver that. And it's not just because we are defending workers in the public services and we would like to have social care services return in public hands, but also because this is the way to defeat the disillusion in politics that we see everywhere, the disillusion in political party, the loss of trust that is spreading around the world, and the very dangerous shifting towards dangerous political attitudes, thinking to all what we saw with neo-Nazi, with neo-fascist, with all anti-system organization. There's a main responsibility of national government, but the local government are the face of public towards citizens. And this is why we think that also for us as workers in public services, the alliance with mayors, with the local government is crucial to defend democratic institution and to defend our democracy and our social relationship. I just conclude by mentioning that we have we issued a few months ago a manifesto for the social redistribution of care, where we call for recognizing the social and economic value of care. We call for reward and remunerate care workers with equal pay for work of equal value, to decent pension and working conditions that are often neglected or not assured to everyone, reduce the burden of unpaid care on women, redistribute the care work within the households, but also among workers and the community, eliminating the sexual division of labor that is entailed in the current idea of care, and reclaiming the public nature of care services, as I just said. And I see that it has been posted in the chat if you're interested to have a look at it. So I would stop here, and happy to contribute further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosa. And I think you've made many, many good points, but I think the genderization of care in what is a male-dominated society means that care gets pushed further down the agenda. And therefore we need to, your points are spot on. Good. So in the interest of time, can we move on to Gerald Leitner, who's the Secretary General of IFLA?
Thank you, Greg. First of all, I want to thank UCLG and especially Amelia for the invitation.